Hi, my name is Kimmy Everett and I'm an independent distributor with LifeMax. I'd like to take some time to introduce you to the system that has been put in place to effectively help you grow your LifeMax business. I'll be walking you through these steps from the time you yourself sign up as a distributor all the way through the point in time you sponsor someone into your business. The key to following the system is duplication, because if you can easily duplicate your efforts, so can those you bring into the business. In everything you do, ask yourself, is this something my team can easily duplicate? If the answer is no, bring yourself back to the simple system in place, as it is duplicatable and everyone can do it. The first and most important step in the system is your training. Without training in any job, it would be very difficult to succeed. I encourage you to take the time to get your training in your first few days of your business. It will be well worth it. You'll receive your Launching Your Business Workbook, or LYB as we call it, in the mail shortly after you enroll as a distributor. In the meantime, you can go to mylifemax.net and download the first 24 hours so you can get started right away. Within your LYB, you will practice your scripts and inviting, and you will build your list so you can be ready to talk with the people you want to share the business with. The next step is to get EAQ'd. EAQ means you've enrolled by paying $69.95, you've activated by choosing a package, and then the next step is to qualify by sponsoring 2 people. You want to be sure you are very comfortable with the scripts and inviting before you go out and talk with everyone on your list, so that you approach people the right way. Once you're comfortable with what you will say, you want to get qualified as soon as possible. One option is to sponsor 2 family members to get you off to a fast start. If that's not an option, then you will begin to work on the list you've created. The third step is called exposure, and this is where you'll begin to introduce your list to a first look at the business. There are many first look tools, so be sure to familiarize yourself with them and figure out which tool would be best for the person you're speaking with. One person may prefer to watch an online video, while another may want to listen to a quick sizzle call. If you're not sure which tool would be best, you can easily ask how they like to receive information via the web, over the phone, written, etc. You want to remember that this first exposure to the business is meant to be a quick look. By sharing a short tool and a bag of Mila, you'll have piqued the interest of your friend to learn more. Now, be sure to let the tool do the talking rather than you. You don't want to become the message, but simply the messenger delivering the tool. Step 4 is the invitation. Once you have followed up and found out your prospect is interested in learning more about the business from the tool that you've shared with them, you'll invite them to a closer look at the business. This can be done at an in-home where a DVD is played, by watching a webinar online, by inviting them to a larger live event with a leader, or even meeting one-on-one for coffee where you show them a DVD. This will give your prospect a chance to review all of the information about LifeMax in greater detail. The final step of the system is validation. This is a chance for your guests to get their questions answered after the presentation by using a third party to do so. It allows an extra point of validation to the business call. Skype-ins, call-ins, or 3-way calls should be pre-arranged with your upline to occur right after the meeting. You'll introduce your upline to the group and then sit back and let the upline answer the questions in the room. This shows the guests the type of support that's available. It's a chance to create a further relationship between the guest and your upline, and it allows guests to see how simple it is to host an in-home themselves. In addition, this is a good time for you, the distributor, to listen and learn from your upline. At this point, your prospect will decide one of 3 things. First, they're not interested in the business at all, in which case you can encourage them to become a customer of Mila. You can also ask them if it's okay to check back with them every so often, and you can add them to your follow-up list. Next, they may be very interested in the business but need more information. From there, you'll direct them to the appropriate place to get the information they need. Don't ever try to guess what might be best for them. Simply ask them what it is they're looking for. And last, they want to join the business, they can't wait to get started, and they're ready to do so now, in which case you'll sponsor them and introduce them to the same system, which will bring you right back to step 1 of training. Following the system is like following a recipe. If you leave out the flour or forget the milk, the cake won't come out the way you expected, right? Well, the same thing applies here for the system. So while it's a simple system, if one of the steps gets missed or left out, the results in your business may not be what you're looking for. Thanks for taking the time to listen. I encourage you to revisit this video often and to be sure you're consistently following the system so you will see the results you want.